Good. Hello, everyone. Can I start the podcast with that? What if
No,
that make that my shtick? I think that'd be pretty unique.
dude,
Don't
I
you
don't
think?
want to. Our viewers are already our friends, and I don't want to alienate our friends.
Hello, everyone.
I've become unique by referencing media.
Hello,
Dude, is that in the topics channel? That's fire.
Oh,
Wait, it's
kind of funny.
literally every podcast ever.
I have. What's the open? What did
I have become death, destroyer,
I've
destroyer of worlds.
I've become unique referencer of media.
Dude, put that in the Tinder bio.
Oh hell yeah, brother.
Who's that Saikuno looking dude in the kill feed?
Oh, ISO?
Oh my god, I can't believe you
Is that-
described ISO as Saikuno looking dude.
Are they still making agents for this game?
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
Do they still make legends for Apex?
What do we call
No.
them?
Oh, okay.
You know, I was gonna make fun of you for calling them legends, thinking they were like League. You know, like
League of Legends.
League will always come
Yeah.
heroes, and then
Yeah.
you know exactly what game someone plays depending on what they call.
Well, League, they're champions.
Yeah. And Dota, it's heroes. See, I'm just
He
proving my
technically
point.
doesn't look like Saikuno.
I would never lie to you, Luke.
He does. Look at that hair.
Yeah, once you say it, like I see it. He's like if Saikuno was like a little badder,
Hmm?
you know?
Just a little.
Bruh.
Yeah, he's like
Okay.
if Saikuno was a top.
People have said that ISO's thing is like a little fatter. Like in
Oh, sorry. What? Wait,
What?
what are we talking about?
What?
What
Oh,
are you talking
fat?
about? Don't say his thing is a little fat. Like specify what's
Like his
fatter.
hit-
Like his hair? His what?
he's just a little chub.
Okay. Well,
All right, man.
all right, man.
UI on this is on Discord is getting worse and worse and worse. They're adding
Dude.
an activity.
Can we talk about the
Okay.
fall of Discord?
Is this a classroom environment?
Is that what they're trying to do?
Start an activity.
It's not a safe environment because you keep shitting on my grip. Grip is fine.
Bro, you just openly admitted something horrifying information.
Do you want to see the
and
other
you
side?
expect me to be encouraging about it.
You want to see the other side?
Isn't that what friends are for? To validate your poor decisions?
To help you hide the body.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The other side is probably worse.
I don't know. Actually, the fact that it's
You know,
I don't know.
think
The fact that it's cleaner makes it look better. Like, look, you see the other side where it's kind of like just completely bare smooth.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
Eric, you work full time. You can buy yourself another mouse.
Well, okay. The reason why this was even brought up was because I was talking to Teva, right? I was telling him that I had to basically wash my mat or attempt to wash it, and it still isn't completely clean because I noticed the tracking when I was playing Valorant was starting to get really bad. Like it was spotty. Like it would kind of stutter at times. I couldn't figure out what it was, and I realized the bottom of the mouse, like the actual like smooth glide padding they have at the bottom, is starting to rub off, and it's actually getting into the mat. So it's causing like black spotches that cause inconsistency. So that's why it even came up in the first place.
Not surprised
Have
it's
you
rubbing
tried-
off.
If you tried aiming with your palm instead,
Yeah, fuck you.
maybe you'd be able to hit all those shots like
I
me.
have
when play
actually
Valorant.
tried. Alright, you know what? I'm hopping back into Valorant right now to test
Oh
that
my
theory out.
god.
Oh,
No, I have tried it.
please.
I've legitimately have tried it to see if it works better, but just I'll always go back into the claw position.
The claw position. I
Well,
don't
because you can use your fingies to like, you know,
so
precises.
I feel like as in all good things, I feel like I'm a hybrid between you two. Where like I don't think I like
Which
claw.
side is good and which is bad?
I'm just a mix. It's about like I don't claw. Like when I think claw, I feel like your like fingers are like scrunched somehow. Like I think my fingers lay flat, but I still like grip with my fingers and not like with my palm.
Okay, we're setting pics of how we hold our mice right now.
Oh my god. You guys want
Hold
hand
on.
pics?
Yeah, we're getting hand pics today. Okay, and then
This
can I get
oh,
clearance from the bottom?
pictures, guys, the pictures won't do it justice. I just need to
Oh my
preface
God,
by
picture
letting
didn't
you know.
happen.
It looks different in person.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
This is fucked up.
On that note, ignore the tissue box in the background.
Noted. Noted.
There's good reasons for it.
Okay, like this is. Oh, why did that send and then just immediately? Okay, never mind. It's there.
I feel like I need to send a video.
Okay. Well,
Whoa.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
hold on.
Bro,
Calm
wait.
down there, buddy.
Hold on.
Wait, Eric, what is that angle, bro? Do you know how to take a mouse hand pick?
No. Like you gotta know how much clearance I have from the bottom.
You're giving me like the
This is
ass
like-
of your hand,
You don't like that?
bro.
You're getting some very intimate shots here, and all you're doing
Dude,
is complaining.
Something about that pic feels so dirty.
It's like the upskirt of
It
like
really
MySpace.
is. It's so bad.
Is this the underboob?
It's your hand's
Uh.
under boob. I sent mine in the messenger, but
Hold on, I will send. You know, there's a guy on Instagram who's credited for inventing a specific way of taking pictures of yakitori.
of Yakitori. He's
Really?
like the
Yeah.
Yakitori guy.
No, it's not the yakitori guy. It's someone else. Hold on.
Dude,
He is another yakitori guy though.
Luke, something
Yeah.
about your mouse like and hand setup, it just removes all contrast.
Yeah, it's on a black
Black mouse
mat
with
on
a
a
black-
black desk.
Dude, Luke, I feel like we hold our mice the same.
We probably do.
I think you just got more palm action. Bro, you sent me a video?
Yeah, of course.
Alright. Oh, okay, I see. Getting that
Let me
full
see that.
3D
Okay, you also
rotation.
have like fingies that are larger.
You know,
I
they
feel
say
like I
about...
might also just be holding my mouse further up in general.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You do hold your mouse further up than I do. But
Yeah, like
again, that might just be the size of your hand.
I literally don't touch my base of my palm never touches my mouse actually.
Bro, that's wild. You're
That's
like
crazy.
You're so much palm skin. You need that stuff.
Dude, that's crazy. How do you aim?
With my
Me?
fingers.
That's
Yeah, a lot of times
so
with my finger, like
crazy.
with the combination of my fingers and my wrist.
Oh my god, dude. When they-
Anytime he misses a shot in Valorant now, you should be like, bro. Oh, this photo does look dirty.
Dude.
This is making me uncomfortable.
Oh my god. Yeah, right?
A claw grip going on. You
Dude.
look like you're about to play the piano on that
He
thing.
literally.
Tickling those ivories.
Dude, those dude, do you play the New York Time Connections?
Alright.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm going.
Oh, are
crazy.
you talking about like the New York Times games?
Yeah. No, it's not relevant. It's not relevant. But yeah, like calling. I don't know where I heard it recently, but someone was like calling like ivory, like piano keys ivories, and I'm like, is that a thing?
Yeah,
I've
it
heard
is.
of that, but that's not common to call it that though. That's like
Eh, It's-
some I made a crossword puzzle and I'm
Uh,
pretentious bullshit.
no,
Eric-
it's pretty common. I think it's just kind of a white person thing.
You know
Damn.
that
you
does not mean that's mutually exclusive from what I said.
really got us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, who's making fucking crossword puzzles?
This
Yeah.
is me going back to my roots by
Yeah.
playing the piano,
Alright.
tickling the ivories.
Oh my god, did you actually?
Hmm.
That's like me
Alright,
saying
we're-
like I'm just pulling your pebbles. I'm
Pull-
tickling your ivories.
Pulling your pebbles.
Yeah, I'm pulling your pebbles. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm pulling your pebbles.
Where I don't know. Is that a real one?
No, I made that up in high
Okay,
school,
Okay.
but it stuck with me for my entire life. Eric,
Yeah,
we're,
So I noticed the other thing with Luke as well too. He has his fingers very straight, right? Like there's full on straight.
yeah,
That feels wrong. That feels so fucked.
that's heterophobic.
Yeah, fuck them. Learn to curve a little.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know what influenced my. I feel like Team Fortress 2 permanently changed my.
Most formative time of your life.
Yeah, it permanently changed my FPS habits, and probably had an influence on why I grip my mouse specifically the way I do.
Dude, we're all
feel like I
formed
have
by our
s-
first, huh?
I feel like this is so limited. Like it limits my movement, like my ability to flick. Like
Well, maybe you shouldn't be flicking. Maybe you should be tracking.
Oh,
I mean, tracking is good, but
wait. I mean, yeah, they both matter.
And you try. Okay, wait, Luke, have you seen what this is?
What is?
What's my what like? You can't track for this shit.
Hmm. Are you playing Valorant again?
He
Yeah.
is. He's so unhinged, dude. This is why on TikTok people make videos with Subway Surfer in one corner and fucking like I don't know whatever in the other with their main content. It's just like people's attention spans are so fucked.
Teva, we talked about this 2 podcasts ago.
I'm still mad about it.
You're still on this
I'm
one.
still so mad, dude.
You're still on one.
Yeah. I'm recording just so you know, by the way, Eric. But
Oh, I do.
Oh yeah.
I know. I kind of figured
I've
this is
been
my Subway Surfer moment.
Oh my
I
god.
hope you're recording this so we can put it underneath the footage.
It...
I can do that for you if you would like.
Please don't.
Hey, I'm hitting the oh.
Viewers, he is not hitting his shots.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I'm okay. Wait, I'm clipping that because that was a pretty good set of shots. And you know what?
I hope you're
you know what
holding
mouse
this the way that
grip
you're not used to.
No, I defaulted back to my.
Oh no.
See, no, I was doing my palm grip for a second there, and it was just or your palm grip, and it's just I really don't like the way that it feels like it limits my my hand movements. Like I feel like my wrist gets really stiff when I use it.
Did I tell you guys about how I had this really silly habit when we were playing professional TF2? I wouldn't say pro TF2, competitive TF2.
Competitive TF2? Yeah.
Yeah,
What
this
was
is-
your silly
He
habit?
was a pro.
This yeah, got to amateur finals multiple times. Anyway,
no,
my
no big deal or anything, but you know.
NBD.
no big deal at all.
Yeah.
There was a glitch in TF2 for the longest time where there were 2 grenade launchers for the character I played. Essentially, they were the same,
Okay.
except one of them, their projectile was twice as large as the other.
What?
Yeah, and people were like, for a while, it was just kind of like a rumor. People were like, it feels like I can hit my shots better when I'm using the Iron Bomber. And then eventually someone opened up, I forget what the program was, but they were like looking at the hitboxes on all the different models, and they realized that someone had accidentally resized the Iron Bomber grenade model
Oh my
and
goodness.
made it twice as large. And in order to work on my aim, I would play the regular default grenade launcher, which had the smaller hitbox, during
Ooh.
all of our practice matches and during 1v1 practice. And then during matches, I would switch to the Iron Bomber because the projectile was twice as large.
Oh my god, dude! You literally took the training weights off.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's incredible, honestly.
That's sick. Did it work?
Yeah, actually, it really worked. I hit some pretty crisp pipes in my day.
Damn. I bet you did. Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it was really fun to see that, just compared to other games where like hitting flicks is one thing, but hitting flicks with a projectile is honestly really sick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Luke, have you ever played Tribes Ascend?
Yeah, but I spent most of the game just riding around on the surfboard thingy.
Okay, because I don't know, I just feel like if you liked playing like the Demo Man, where it's all projectile based, I feel like Tribes Ascend is also another one of those games where it's kind of it's all movement based and it's all projectile based, and it's kind of a cult classic. I don't know. I feel like you would probably enjoy it. Because 2 is coming out soon.
Oh, they're making
Oh,
a sequel, really?
Yeah, it's actually in
Tribes
beta
is,
right
like,
now.
That's
That's, like,
so old.
super old.
Wait,
Yeah.
sorry. Tribes 3. I should have specified. Tribes 3, not even 2. Tribes 3.
Oh, why don't people play 2?
Is
'Cause
Ascend
it's-
2?
I think Ascend is 2, and the servers are dead. I'm fairly certain is what
Dude,
it
but
is.
isn't Tribes Ascend also so old?
Well, it's not
Yeah,
as
it
old as I thought it was. TF2 is older than Tribes Ascend.
What?
Yeah, Ascend is 2012. I think TF2 is 2007.
That's crazy. That game looks like it was made in a blender, dude.
I mean, kind of was, realistically.
Yeah, that's fair. I get it. It's just like certain like cult classic games, like they don't care as much about graphics and making it look pretty.
Just needs to feel good to play.
Yeah. Can I tell you guys about how sore my body is?
Oh, please do.
Oh, tell me more.
I'm so sore, dude. I just went skiing for the first time ever.
You heard the wind howling?
No,
heard the
not
wind howl.
dude, it was actually so much more fun than I thought it would be. I was surprised.
Have you been to the snow
wait,
before?
have I seen snow before?
Yeah.
Yes, I've never been to like a resort or like a snow like resort or like a ski resort or anything
Mhm.
like
Like, what was prior to this experience? How much snow have you experienced as far as like what's the maximum? Like
that.
ground cover, or have you had like inches and inches and inches?
The
And you've
most
been
was
outside specifically.
so I did like when I was in like I don't know like middle or high school. I did like a trip to Yosemite in the winter, and then it was snowing, so that's probably the most. But like other than that, like it snows very very occasionally in Portland, and that's like about it. Like I've like seen snow before, but I've never been in a place where it's like just everything is covered in snow, and it's like in the video game when it's winter skinned. You know?
Having a golden
the-
Family moment up there.
Yeah.
Really highlighting how much outdoors
Yeah,
you see it until
Dude,
now.
it was so funny. So I got like a bunch of rental ski gear, and literally the guy just handed me like, "All right, what's your shoe size?" Like he measured my foot. It's like, "All right, here are your boots." And I just look at them and I'm like, "What do I do with these?" And I just start putting my foot in, and he's like, you have to unbuckle it." I'm like, "Yeah, right, of course I do. Yeah, obviously." um, so I start unbuckling it, and he just looks at me. He's like, "You haven't done this before, have you?" And I'm like, "No, first time."
Oh boy.
And then he helped me through it. But it's just like, they just kind of assume you know what you're doing. I'm like, what is this shoe contraption device you're giving me?
I mean, it is ski week.
Is it
So,
ski week? What makes
yeah.
it ski week?
President's Week is ski week.
Really?
Is it really? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, it's because it's
long
another
weekend?
white person, wealthy white person.
Dude, I'm
thing.
so glad we have our like residential white person here.
Yeah,
Resident.
truly,
Yeah.
truly cultural expert.
Your
Yeah.
powers combined, there's one whole one. It's crazy.
Bro, I know nothing about white people.
You have to get some lessons from Luke here.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But yeah, so like got the boots on for the first time, got skis. We took a beginner lesson because literally we went as a group. This was like an OHSU like subsidized trip. Which was really nice because it was way cheaper than it would be normally. And like we went as a group, like 3 of us had never skied before. So we all took like the beginner lessons, and like literally like it's like skiing 101. It's like here's what your ski does. Here's how you put your foot like in the ski, which was helpful because I didn't know how to do that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. They had us like go down like bunny slopes and stuff. Taught us how to turn. And I think for me, like the highlight was just like once you start like getting it and like feeling it, it's just like, oh shit, I can kind of like go down like the slope a little fast. And it's just like fun. It's like a weird like rush.
You think you found your outdoor activity?
Dude, it's funny because I would definitely go back and do it again, but I'm so bad. It was really funny because after the lesson, all 3 of us were like feeling good. We were like feeling confident because we were in a group of 4. And the 3 of us were doing pretty okay. And then there was one girl, bless her heart, who just kept falling.
Oh,
Yeah.
And like, so the instructor spent like 80% of her time with her and like 20% of her time with us. Cause we picked it up like relatively quickly, right? Like it's actually, you're surprisingly stable on skis. I wouldn't have expected it. It was also a beautiful day for skiing. It was like very powdery. There was like fresh fallen snow. It snowed intermittently throughout the day. It was like the perfect like ski conditions.
You're talking like a ski week veteran right now.
Dude,
conditions were perfect on the
How was the
slopes.
powder, buddy?
I just know my slopes. Oh, it was so good. So soft. Like you don't want it when it's a little icy. That's like kind of rough. But it was like fresh powder. Yeah. Anyway, I obviously know very little about skiing, but one thing that I thought was funny, the instructor when they're teaching us, so most people have probably heard of like pizza French fry, right? Like for your skis.
Yeah.
The instructor came up to me. There were multiple instructors, and this guy, he said like, all right, so like basic stuff. So you got like, your skis in parallel, and then you have your snow plow or your pizza if you prefer it. I'm like used to working with kids, so I call it like pizza French fry. But some people don't like that, so I say like in parallel or snow plow, and it's like, what crazy boomer comes in and is like, don't call it pizza. That's so childish and immature.
Must have been someone who fought in the Second World War and
Literally.
still has flashbacks.
He's like, I ain't pizzaing for nothing. I'll use my skis as a snowplow. So apparently that's another way to call it, but everyone just says pizza French fry, dude. Like,
Oh
but
yeah,
yeah,
it's the classic.
it's the classic, and pizzaing is great. I love pizzaing. It's you feel so safe and secure.
So it's funny you say that, because I know when I first skied, that was my opposite, opposite experience, where I was
We're
like, man, pizza sucks.
we are very different risk takers as people.
Because
I
like my sister was the one teaching me, right, over in the East Coast,
yeah.
and she was like, yeah, if you want to go faster, right, you just make it pedal, you're good to go. And I was like, okay, this is sick, and I just started going.
Dude, how old were you if you don't mind me asking?
8.
Okay, see, that makes sense. When you're a kid, you have no fear. You just go.
I mean, that's true, but I don't think that's necessarily is changed, and that shouldn't surprise you either.
It doesn't surprise me. I feel like as an adult, I have the foresight. Like I see like the little sign that says slow down and I'm like, "Oh, I should start slowing down because otherwise I won't know how to." Like
God.
but yeah, so after the lesson finished, we did a few runs and we were like feeling pretty confident. We had like the easiest greens that we were like skiing down. And we're like, "Oh man, we got this. We're so good." And then we took a small break for food, came back and was like, we should try like a harder green. Let's try this like longer green that's like bigger than the other greens we've been doing." And like they just like probably upped the angle like, maybe like 2 or 3 degrees. And we just all fell
Oh my
like
god.
immediately. We like all like got wasted and we're like, "Oh, this is too fast. We don't know what to do." And so we went back to like our easy greens. So, in conclusion, I'm kind of a ski veteran at this point.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm doing, but I was surprised how like fun it was. I should go outside more.
Do you think that's something you're gonna do more actively? Do you think that's something you could pick up?
I think it's something that I'd like definitely enjoy doing. Like it's annoying though. Like it's something I'd enjoy doing like a few times during the season, but like I don't want to get a season pass. I don't want to like go to the slopes every week. Like but like single tickets are so ridiculously expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
It's
It's that's why it's all the rich people calling it ski week,
yeah. I mean,
going every weekend.
yeah. I to be fair, I feel like if you go every weekend, like you can more justify like the season passes or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But like if you just want to go on an occasional like skiing like trip, like it doesn't make sense. Like it's so goddamn expensive. Like the lift ticket was like $150 like for one day.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
Like
insane. So interesting enough, it's actually I wouldn't say unique per se, but apparently North America is just very expensive overall to do skiing.
yeah.
Apparently in like Japan, it's actually quite cheap. It's actually like very very easy and
Uh-huh.
accessible.
Yeah, Japan's
Uh,
quite cheap, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, you gonna do
yeah.
any skiing over there?
I thought about it.
Oh,
I
okay.
might. Well,
Not on your leg, buddy. I would
I
not.
mean, I wouldn't do skiing though. I would want to try snowboarding, but the question is,
Hmm.
could you learn snowboarding from someone in a different language? Probably.
True.
Actually, probably.
I feel like you can't because
I'm a
it's
pretty
just
firm believer of that.
it's a very like physical thing and they can just kind of like
Mhm.
orient you. Like they can be like slow and then they'll show you what to do, like
Mhm.
they speak like a little English.
Yeah, I know. I've always been like very good at like visual learning as well too, as far as watching someone do something and being able to kind of figure out mechanically as to how and why. So I feel like my tongue is thinking I could totally do that. That's for sure.
Hmm.
But apparently, so for context, if that wasn't a little mentioned, but I'm actually going on a trip to Japan in the next. Okay, in like 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
oh my
still need to
God.
book things still. Oops. But all that being said, in Sapporo, apparently it's a lot less English speaking, which I guess isn't surprising.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be something I have to navigate when I'm there.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes.
Dude, I wish I had like a friend, maybe I don't know, like someone who like
Damn, same.
spoke like fluent Japanese, just like could like guide me through all of Japan because I feel
Oh
like
man, that
yeah,
would be
that'd
great.
be great. Like if I knew
Yeah.
someone like that.
Uh-huh.
But like otherwise I feel so limited to like Tokyo and like Kyoto because it's like the main hubs where there's like enough support for like speaking English,
hmm
you know?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. There's still a lot to do there.
Oh, there's a huge amount to do there, and like I'm not complaining at all. But like, yeah, like something about Hokkaido sounds like so much fun. But yeah, I know it would be like harder to like do.
Read Golden Kamuy once.
Bro, I was actually
mean-
when I was going on the ski trip, like I said, everything was winter skinned, and I just kept sending like people snaps and videos, and I just sent Luke and Eric like the snow, and I'm like, dude, it's like Golden Kamui. There's snow all over.
Oh god.
No, yeah, it is, but it is something really fascinating to see a bunch of snow, and I don't know. That's part of the reason why I actually even chose to go to Hokkaido as well too. I mean, amongst a few reasons, but yeah, the snow is just really, really nice. It's one of those things where it's really pretty to visit. It's kind of nice that I don't live in it.
Dude, so it's actually funny. On the way to our resort, our bus got like stuck in the middle of the road.
Oh,
So the like roads were kind of icy, but they didn't have like a chain warning anywhere. So we kept going for a while, and then at some point, like we can just see our bus like stops moving forward. And we're like, huh, that's weird. And so the bus driver's like, ah, shit, I probably need to put on like snow chains or something. So he starts trying to pull over to the right. And instead of pulling over to the right, like by moving forward, the back of the bus just starts shifting left, you know? like, and so, you know, we're going up to the resort like fairly early. So most of the traffic is going uphill. But there's like one lane of cars going downhill that's just like getting narrower and narrower as our bus like bends into like the side of the hill. And we're all just like, we're gonna die here.
You're the bus full of tourists that makes the road close.
Literally, we were that bus. And then, so eventually, like, they put stuff on and we get out and it's fine. But we hear at the resort, like, as we're eating lunch, a group of people next to us, they're like, yeah, apparently a bus got stuck in the middle of the road on the way to the resort or something. And I'm like, God damn it, that's us. Where
you have to like,
procedure.
hide your face, so they
Yeah.
don't see you.
where no, it's so bad. My friends who are with us, like, literally, like, when, like, heard that and was like, oh my God, that was us. And I'm like, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
All eyes just glance over.
Don't
glaring.
volunteer that information.
Yeah, don't volunteer.
Blood.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. I was
Someone's
like,
gonna be listening to the podcast and be like, wait a minute.
wait a minute.
That day when I was over there on that ski resort trip, that was
Dude.
them.
That would be crazy. But yeah, this is just going to your point of like, yeah, I wouldn't want to live somewhere where it snows a lot because like icy, snowy conditions are just such a pain to work around. In my opinion.
No, it totally is, right? Like, again, it's pretty, but when it's bad, you know? Like, probably one of the scariest experiences I've had, like, legitimately out of my life, was being stuck on the side of a mountain in the middle of a whiteout.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
So basically this was when we were younger, and we were up onto a road trip to Oregon, and it was wintertime, wanted to see Crater Lake, all that kind of good stuff, right?
Oh yeah, classic.
And at one point, we were on, I forget where we were, just somewhere in between within Oregon, and it was this, there was just a snowstorm going on, right? And then we were on the mountainside, it was fine, we had our chains and everything like that. But then just the wind kicked up, and the snow kicked up, and it was just, not before long where I realized we were in the middle of a whiteout, and as a kid, I kind of knew what that was already, right? But you really could not see more than maybe 5-7 feet in front of you.
The fuck?
It was legitimately terrifying, and I feel like the only reason why I even felt remotely okay in that situation was because we had a snowplow with its flashing lights directly in front of us.
Oh, wow.
So we were
that's lucky.
really fortunate that we had kind of like an actual guiding beacon in amidst all that. Because
That's
without that,
terrifying.
yeah, I would not have had any idea where the road was. And again, maybe this is as a kid where my memory's also a little hazy, but there's definitely a sense of terror in there that
that's
I
awful.
very much remember vividly.
Dude,
But it was pretty.
I don't see. This is why I don't go outside. I don't mess with nature. Nature's got hands, dude. That's like, this reminds me of a time when I was traveling with my dad, and like I think we were in Europe somewhere, but we had a rental car and we were like going out to lunch, and it was literally sunny when we left, and then like 2 minutes in, it starts pouring rain. Like, I have never seen that level of torrential like downpour like in my life. Like, we had the windshield wipers going full blast, and there was just like a stream of water like on the car window, and we're like, we can't drive in this, and we turned around. Like,
No,
it's just
Turned around
so
and got
bad.
on the plane and left.
Literally, we were just like, fuck this country, get out of here.
So it's funny because kind of going back to what we said before, I remember like one of the scariest drives I ended up ever having was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Because there's the road to Hana over in Maui, and basically when we went during Thanksgiving one year, it was torrential downpours. Like I remember looking out into the coast, and the waves were probably about like 30-foot waves. It was
Jeez.
pretty insane to see. Like there's just walls of water coming in. But it was fun. Like it was side of a mountain. You kind of felt like you could have died at any second.
Okay,
But
whoa,
it was
pause.
kind of fun. No,
No.
it was terrifying,
See,
but it was sick.
that's what I'm saying. Like when nature is like weird and different and sick, it's like super cool as long as you feel safe.
Uh,
Like as long
I
as you feel
agree.
safe, it's okay.
But I think there's definitely a lot of the subset of the population that decides, how about we go into this underwater cave and hope things go well.
Go past the sign that says people have died in here.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's just natural selection at work, honestly. Have we
At a
talked about
certain
Alex
point.
Honnold on this podcast?
I don't even know
You
who
probably
that is
have.
actually.
I'll just go over it briefly then. He is a rock climber. He's like very well known for his film Free Solo, where he basically free soloed
Oh, yes.
El Capitan. For those who don't know, free soloing means you climb something with no safety equipment, nothing, you just go up. Yeah, and so he climbed that with like no safety gear. And so if he fucks up once, he's just dead. They literally scanned his brain in the film and were like, yeah, so we see here, your fear center doesn't light up, like, ever.
We see
That's
here that you
incredible.
have emotional limitations.
Yeah. It's like, man literally does not feel fear, like, biologically.
Dang,
It's,
Bill
it's like
different.
it's like the moment in like those shows or like manga where they hit that level of enlightenment. They just all breathing slows down, and they're just like, yeah,
Yeah,
this
like
is it.
in Run with the Wind, where he's just running and then he's naked.
Dude,
It's funny because I've never read that, but I am completely just visualize that panel you just said.
I already know the scene in my head. I've like I've watched the show now. Like I just see it. I know how it goes.
It
That is
hits
funny.
differently though when you're watching, because like it's a completely grounded and like kind of mature sports show, and then it gets to the final episode and he's in the final stretch of the race, and then suddenly he's like, the world fades away and he's just nude and
Dude.
running, and it's
That's-
just him in the light.
Dude,
And
that's
I'm like, what's happening?
wait. No, I think that's beautiful, Luke. I think that's just like the symbolism there is just so it's just you and the world.
Yeah, he's become the wind.
And he's become the wind, and we're all just bare and naked down to our core, you know? Yeah.
See, again, I haven't read it, but I just kept getting flashbacks to. Have you guys both have read Koku no Hito, right? The Climber.
No.
No.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. Because there's definitely some parts of that which are the exact same. Like I thought you were talking about that for a second as you're mentioning it. Maybe it's just when it comes to all sports and things that you live for, the end game is just to become naked in your mind, I guess. That just might be the end goal. That's the takeaway from
You
it
have
all.
to break yourself of your worldly chains like clothes.
Yeah.
This is like the most unexpected trope of Japanese sports media is performing at your peak, and like the visualization is you are naked.
Naked. Yeah, that's so true. I don't know what it is about anime and manga where that's like a thing.
And they're always ripped as hell, so we get a little bit of sick fan service as well too. So maybe there's also that, but
Yeah.
no, it is really fun. I would say it's a pretty good read. I definitely read it just throughout work, and it was a good read. I would suggest it. It's like the classic. We were talking about this, where it's you ask every climber, have you watched Free Solo?
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, it's just climbing culture and all that stuff. It's funny going back to like the ski trip on the way up. They also played this like random ass like skiing film for like our en route entertainment. I think it was called like 50 or something. And it was basically just like an hour of like the most like late 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s narrator, like very deadpan. This is skiing, the thrill seekers, blah blah blah, with like clips of people just wiping out while skiing.
What?
It was just such a mid 90s, early 2000s fever dream of like a film. It was made in 1999. It's called 50.
Now that makes me kind of want to redo that for the modern audience, right? Because when I was reading I forget if I told you this, but when I was reading Koku no Hito, I was cracking up at certain scenes because it's classic like anime / manga, that kind of storytelling, right? Where at one point they were climbing, right? And he was like, "Oh, how is he ever gonna make that? He's gonna lose his grip." And then he pulls out a knee bar, and it was like, "Oh my god, he's using a knee bar!" And it's like
Oh
everyone
my God.
freaking out, like classic
Yeah.
shows. And now in my head, I'm picturing like doing that, but with skiing. It's like, oh no, he's going too fast. Whatever is he gonna do? Wait, it's the coveted pizza
Oh
technique.
my God.
Like I would love that. If that was
Bro.
the media I used to like consume to learn
Dude.
skiing, I would be enthralled. That would be
so fun.
incredible.
You know, in the manga, there's gonna be a scene where they're going down, and they're like, the audience is like, he's going too fast. He's gonna have to pizza, and he's like, but wait, he's French frying.
He's going for the jump. Oh my god.
No,
Uh,
he won't be
yeah,
able to
like-
make it.
it's so incredible how you can always tell that's the kind of like story tropes and like not even just Japanese media, just media in general. But
Yeah.
I would love to see that in like every piece of media. And seeing that in climbing was the funniest thing. So I was just at work cracking up the
That
entire
is
time.
so funny. You know what I think is so
Uh,
funny about like winter sports and just like winter conditions in general? It's like
Hmm.
how much people love hot tubs when it's like cold outside.
Dude,
Dude,
have you done it before?
dude, maybe I'm gonna get roasted for this take. Like, I get it, it's
Oh.
warm in the hot tub, but I feel like to get there, it's so cold.
But that's kind of the joy of it, right?
Yeah.
You freeze yourself to death,
No,
and then
okay,
you have
whoa,
like
whoa,
you
whoa.
reward yourself. You know, you're like, now this is nice. You know?
Kind of
Like,
have
he-
to be a little masochistic, maybe.
Yeah, I think
and there's
so.
nothing wrong with that.
Okay, I heard we
There's
know you're
absolutely
proclaiming
nothing
that.
wrong with
He's getting a little defensive there.
No, well,
Uh,
you're not alone, Eric. Like, it was funny. So we went as like a group of 5 to this on this trip, and essentially, like 3 of us were like very pro hot tub, and then 2 of us were like, nah, we're good. I'm
the two
okay.
genders.
Yeah, 2 gender. Not liking hot tubs is my favorite gender. But yeah, so I was definitely in the like less keen on going on in the hot tub thing, but like, dude, like some people were like, the first thing I want to do when I get off this bus, hot tub. And it's like, wow, like I don't know, people are like very passionate about this.
But see, that's lame because they didn't work for the hot tub yet. You know, they haven't
do you
done a
mean they didn't
hard
work?
day's toil in the cold yet.
Well, we
they just got
also-
off a bus.
Well, they also did it after skiing, like
See, that's fair.
yeah.
Eric, you sound like you're going to Hokkaido to work on a chain gang or something.
I mean, I gotta check on my workers.
Oh my goodness. But
Yeah,
yeah,
So did you get in the hot tub?
I didn't, but apparently my friends who did get in the hot tub went, and they were like, "Bro, it's crazy how much hotter the med students are than us." It's like
bro.
They're studying the human body.
they're studying the human body. They just look at them. They were like, "Look at them," and then look at us. And it's like,
They're well
whoa,
acquainted.
hey, whoa, don't do us grad students dirty like this.
Well, I mean, you're not can't see people's brains, you know.
Dude,
And
exactly,
all of the
true.
people
That is
studying the
facts.
brain, you and your friends, you know,
dude.
you have the most beautiful brains there.
Oh, thank you. But well, med students are beautiful somewhere else, and it's funny because like so on the bus ride, like we're all like kind of like shuttled into like these like tour buses like all together, and so on one of the legs we were like sitting in front of like a bunch of med students, and they were just like talking about like the most unhinged shit, like it really felt like they're just the crazy undergrad students, but now they're in med school. Like one girl was talking about like all the relationships she'd been in and how like she's like pursuing this guy right now, and like literally word for word verbatim she was like, I just want a crumb of affection from him, like that's all I
Oh.
want. And literally she's also like how much more forward can I be, like what else can I do, like
Dang, she's going through it.
she's going through it. It was a time for sure. Us grad students and med students will never see eye to eye.
Mm.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the operating room, that'll
Oh,
have to
oh
happen.
my god. I hope to never be in the operating room.
Oh, you can tell them there's a strapping young bachelor over in the Bay Area just for them.
Oh.
Just, you know,
Do you want to be
You can,
operated on?
potentially. I mean, there's probably a few things wrong with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Quite a
your
few.
leg. Dude, it's been so weird to see your posts and your stories, and you're just kind of in a random place half the time. It gives me the vibe of those memes where it's like your unemployed friend at 2 p.m. on a weekday, except you're employed. And you're still like doing all these random things. I'm like, what where the fuck are you? What are you
It's
doing?
Bro,
just
what
my
do you mean?
lunch break.
Your lunch
like-
break in the wilderness?
Yeah, okay. So what I've been doing recently, and I don't know what spurred this on. Maybe it was just the need. Maybe it's just really been missing going outside and doing things, which I realized, but I don't even eat lunch anymore on my lunch breaks. I just eat like a bigger breakfast, and come my lunch break, I just walk. I just like walk in a direction, and I just find random places to be in. So sometimes it'd be like I found my way to the shoreline, like literally to the shore. Like in the middle of like a golf course. I've been just like random spots, like and it's just kind of fun. You just choose
How
a direction
long are
and
your
go.
walks?
An hour.
Oh, that's
So you get
fair.
about like we get about like what 2 maybe 3 miles in just like as exercise.
Yeah.
It's kinda nice.
Bro, this is like grandpa core.
Dude, I would
Grandpa
rock Grandpa Core, honestly. But I mean, even like yesterday, it was actually really nice because I ended up going up to one of our Vista points in our local area, and I forgot how nice it was because it was going to rain in that day, so it was clouds were kind of breaking in. You had some rain clouds in the distance. You could see the rain falling across the city, and this Vista point, you get to see the entirety of our town, like all of it and everything, even stretching past that, and like the next city's over. It's really really nice. And there's also hiking trails around it. So I went on that little hiking trail, and it got to the point where I just started running, like just trail running, because I got new shoes. My ankle wasn't really hurting. Huh?
During the
And I
winter?
was just naked, like
Oh my god.
my clothes just disappeared. No, yeah, but it was really nice. Like I actually like got a little emotional because it had been, I want to say 8 months since I'd gotten injured, so I really hadn't had the chance to do that for myself at all. It's just go on hikes and like be by myself, and I really, really, really did miss that. I realized, but it was just really pretty. Like I even stood up top on the hill and just did a time lapse of my brand new iPhone 15 Pro that I recently just picked up.
Oh my
and
god, no. They're
this is not a
multiplying.
sponsored video.
Oh god.
But yeah, and I just stood there for I think like 10-13 minutes just taking a time lapse, and it was really cool. It was just really cool to watch everything and see everything. But yeah, go outside and touch grass. It's kind of cool.
Bro,
Turns out.
you just had the emotional climax of a coming of age movie.
Oh, I used to just climax and come.
Just had a
Oh
climax.
god.
Yeah.
Oh man. But no, it was really really cool. Like that really was that moment of like, damn, I miss this. I'm just gonna go live out in the wilderness and become a mountain man.
I can see that
That's-
for you, honestly.
Like I said, if I don't come back from Japan, you know what happened.
Yeah. I'm glad you're going on this like Japan trip. I know one thing, like for me.
You just want content.
Well, I do, but also like I think it's interesting because like I don't know if I would like enjoy traveling alone as much. Like I don't know if I'm a solo traveler, whereas I feel like you definitely are. Like you are very much able to like be a solo traveler, Eric. Like I just don't know if that's like the life for me.
Have you
Mhm.
ever traveled alone, Teva?
I'm never alone.
What's the
Luke.
most alone you've ever been?
I
Teva?
always have me, myself, and I.
Damn, back up for a second. Damn.
So during the pandemic,
Oh,
During the pandemic, my mom left my room for 2 seconds, and that was pretty
Okay,
scary.
what the? Okay, well.
I don't know.
Okay,
I've,
Oedipus.
I,
Yeah.
I've been I've enjoyed traveling alone because when we would go to school, I would fly back pretty regularly, and I don't know. I enjoyed the process of
What-
going through
Oh, you too.
I
all
think
that by
that's-
myself.
I feel like
I mean,
that's
it's
different.
different,
from, you're
But
like,
still,
you're like, yeah, I took like a 2-hour flight and I felt pretty independent.
well, but do you enjoy doing that part? Because when you're traveling alone, you're gonna have to be doing that, and that's the least fun, least interesting part of traveling by yourself.
I don't like it. I don't hate
All
it.
right, Teva, it's over. It's over for you.
It's,
No,
that's what I'm saying. Well,
You'll
like,
never enjoy traveling
dude,
alone.
I'd still rather have someone there with me because I feel like I don't know. Airports are fucking boring. I hate having to take my bag everywhere with me. Like I like having a person there when I'm traveling.
You sound like you're referring to a squire.
A squad, yeah.
I need someone to hold my bag.
Well,
Wait.
like to watch it, yeah.
Question, Teva, how often do you travel with a check-in as opposed to only a carry-on?
Well, for like routine like flights back home, I usually only have a carry-on. If it's
How
like an
about, like,
international
involved?
flight, what?
Oh yeah, for like more involved flights.
For an international flight, of course I like if I'm going for any extended period of time, I'm definitely gonna have a check-in. Like
Hmm.
it's just you carry more stuff with you. You have more like changes of clothes, have more
Yeah, but
things.
you really are just in between me and Eric on all things. I'm team check-in 100% of the time.
Yeah, wait. I think we're just reasonable and based, and Eric is
Well,
like crazy.
Eric is team no check-in
I
100% of the time.
hate check-ins so much.
Dude,
Like,
you carry like 80 pounds of stuff on your fucking back with your backpack, bro. Like, I don't.
Eric's like, I don't want to wait for the bag to arrive, so I will become a mule.
I don't. No, and I hate having to manage one thing that I have to carry around. Like, not on my, like, I can't easily put on my back. I have to, like, lug that shit around. No, I hate
Wait,
that.
it's so much easier to roll your bag than carry on your
No,
back.
no,
You
no.
are
I'm not
out of
saying
your
it's
mind.
easy. No, no. But it takes up a hand. You don't understand, right? It takes up a
What
hand.
is your hand busy doing, dude?
I don't know, like picking my nose or checking my phone, something
Oh
else.
my God.
Like no lie, this is part of the reason why I've gotten used to the cold because I hate bringing around a jacket. Because if it gets too warm, I don't want to carry it around. I don't want any
God.
excess.
You're
So
You could just go French mode and tie that around your shoulders.
no, but that's I hate that too. It just
You hate the French.
well, yes.
well.
I mean, we've made this clear in like multiple previous episodes. That's
You could
out
also-
now, not with
You
question,
could also
but-
pull the high school, middle school classic tied around your waist, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it just feels so restricting. Like I don't know, it just feels so much
God,
easier. Like
you really do want to be naked, don't you?
I do. That's what
He
I
really
did
does.
yesterday on the mountain. Honestly, like,
Uh,
I was wearing my jacket because it was really windy as well too. Like it was, like I thought my phone was gonna blow out of my hands. It was definitely like 30-mile winds
Right.
at certain points for sure. Like it was pretty scary
Yeah.
actually. But like at one point, like I had my jacket. I was like, dude, it's getting too warm. Like I'm actually like sweating right now. And I just took it off, and it felt so good. Like it legitimately felt so nice, just having the wind on your skin. And then I just took everything else off, and it was great.
oh
no,
my God.
But yeah, oh yeah, go.
No. You keep going. You crazy.
No, the thing I realized, I think, like I said, I always try to wonder, like, why am I so accustomed to the cold, right? Is it just like because yeah, I legitimately just hated carrying around jackets, and maybe that's why, so you just get used to it, or because you used to do swimming.
I feel like you're definitely the type of person where to like solve a smaller problem, you will create a bigger problem, and then solve
Yeah.
the bigger problem.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That seems
It's
to
like-
track.
No,
It's like-
it's I will create a bigger problem and then simply suffer through that problem.
Yeah, you suffer through the bigger problem instead of the smaller. You're like going on like a 12-hour flight and you're like, God, I don't want to wait 20 more minutes for like a check-in bag. So instead, I'll carry around this 80-pound bag my entire time I'm
It's
there.
not
Yeah, I
80
don't want
in
to
my
feel warm all the
defense.
time because it might involve carrying a jacket.
Yeah.
So
So-
instead, I will suffer through the cold,
Cold,
until
yeah.
I'm used to it.
Okay, so the thing I've learned, right, and this was just through just by chance, right, is multiple times during the last year when it was wintertime, I noticed when I was in my normal like t-shirt getup, it was fine. But the moment I wore long sleeves, I was way more cold. And what I had realized is that I had reached homeostasis when I was in my t-shirt where I was just cold throughout and I just got used to it. Whereas when I felt even the slightest bit warm, that's where I noticed it was cold.
Bro, you're like a frog at the bottom of a pond, and you're your body is slowing down and you don't notice it.
Dude.
I noticed the physiological effects. Like, man, it's getting a little hard to like move my joints, but man, I feel perfectly fine.
God.
All this to say, I would definitely be the first one to die from frostbite.
My man's just numb.
At least you wouldn't know you were dying from frostbite.
I would be happy the entire way through.
Oh my God, dude.
Jesus. But yeah, all that to say, yeah, I've definitely learned that. It's just, I've just gotten used to the suffering.
So you're not taking a check into Japan.
Nope.
And you're going to Hokkaido where it's cold.
Yep.
Do you have equipment?
Yep.
Do you
See,
have
okay.
a plan?
Working on that. Don't mind that I haven't booked really a lot of things, and it's like 5 days out, but you know, that's neither here nor there. It's actually over there,
this doesn't
realistically.
surprise me at all. I remember one time, I forget where we were going. It might have been like Seattle or something. We were on a very like chill flight. We were like going somewhere, and the flight was at like 8 a.m. or something. And I was like, ah, shit, we're gonna have to like wake up at 5, like get to the airport by like 6:30, blah blah. And Eric's like, no, we can just show up at like 7:20. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it'll be fine. And I'm like, for our 8 a.m. flight, that's like not enough time. It's like, nah, it'll be okay. And we did it, and like this is the shortest security line I've ever been through. Like, I understand why you think this way, because the world has like shifted to allow your bad habits to like work.
Yeah, you've just never been punished.
Yeah,
I
you just haven't
literally have
been
never been
punished.
punished. I've done like a non-zero amount of traveling, and I've yet to be punished for it. And so until that happens, I will continue going to the airport like 40 minutes before my flight.
Dude, I'm like, there's no way. And we get there, and literally, like, I don't know if this is true, but it felt like we got there, and they called our boarding group, and I'm like, how did this work? Like, I don't understand. This makes no sense.
Constantly
just-
awarded for your bad behavior.
Literally, life has taught you the worst lesson.
And you know, I'm perfectly okay with that. I'll live in my
Uh.
ignorance as far as I can.
Dude, it's so funny every time we like play Magic together, because Eric just like, Eric's like a fairly like short, slim guy, and he'll just come bringing this like backpack that's like half the size he is, or like more.
He
And
looks like a third grader with their first on the back backpack.
Yeah,
He's
Like,
got all the textbooks in there.
the
And his
ratio.
pencil case.
The ratio of his backpack to him, it's like, bro, this thing is huge. And then like you lift it, I'm like, God, this thing is fucking like 45 pounds at least. What?
He's training for his Japan trip.
He is trading,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
He's
And that's
putting
the
in the
exact
reps.
backpack I'm gonna be using, so you know. It'll be
Oh my
fine.
god, dude. It's just so funny. No, you've got character, man, and I appreciate that. Yeah.
And you know, it builds character as well too.
It builds something. Muscle.
My muscle. Okay, funny like side effect of yesterday's walk. My shins are so sore because they have
Oh.
not had that kind of physical exertion
Ooh.
for a while.
Don't give yourself shin splints before you go somewhere where you're walking most of the time.
That's true. Dude, my
It'll be
calves.
fine.
My calves are like dying from skiing. Like I'm so like out of shape, but like, oh god, like I like can't walk without feeling them.
And that means you just got to go more often so you can get used to it.
You guys like feeling sore?
I love the
Um,
feeling.
It just means that I put in work, you know?
Yeah, I kind of like it. Like that's how I feel. Like I put in work. Like it's not good, but it does feel like satisfying.
Yeah.
Man, we're really not beating the masochistic allegations, are we?
Dude,
Shit.
You least of all.
dude, we were when we were on this trip, we played this game called the voting game. It's like a board game. It's very simple. Everyone gets a number, and then you ask questions, and then everyone votes for who they think the question like most pertains to. And I don't know what happened, but I got a lot of cards that told like a story. I got like second place energy, most submissive.
Bro, Teva. Gotta stand up for yourself, man.
Bro, I don't know where these allegations are coming from, but I have not beaten those allegations.
It's funny because you're actually the one who's probably the least submissive out of all of us.
I think that's why I get the rep. I think it's because I don't know, I feel pretty self-assured in myself, and so like people like to make jokes or have fun, and I'm happy to like play the butt of the joke.
Because deep down inside, you really just don't care.
Because deep down inside, I don't care and don't mind, and if it's funny enough, I'll do it.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of funny, we put out our last Teva and Friends app.
Yeah, wow, God, what a banger.
Dude, Justin's so funny, dude. His joke about putting two things on the calendar for one person
Dude,
really got to me.
he's so
That was so
unhinged.
funny.
That was great, dude. We fucking peaked, man. That was
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh yeah.
this is why we need guests on the pod, because they bring such a different like energy and dynamic.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
Yeah,
did
funny friends.
did a
Yeah.
lot of people in your personal life listen to the pod? Was there feedback on that?
Ooh,
We
I
had
know
a
some
couple of
people did.
comments.
Okay, yeah. What are your comments?
Oh, no, I just meant on the vid. We got a couple.
Oh, what were some of the? Do you want to
Let's see
read
that.
them out? Shout them
One
out.
was related to the which way does the belt go?
Oh, there's only one way.
Yeah, and it was the belts. Basically, the idea of the logo has to be the right side up from Particle Beam, but also Particle Beam. That's kind of bougie, man.
Particle
Like,
Beam
you
got
know,
all those
you're-
Gucci belts.
Yeah,
He's
you
like,
put your Gucci belt. You're like, gotta make sure the G's are facing the right
yeah,
way.
yeah. Otherwise, it looks dumb.
That's actually kind of sick, though.
That is.
And then Smiggy's.
Mm. Good old
Let's see.
Smeggies.
Yeah, Smeggy was talking about long form content and how she was watching a whole bunch of that.
Yeah.
Like 6-hour vids. And actually, speaking of Smeggies, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on.
It's funny that like I don't know you mentioned this because I got a lot of comments from my friends not like in person but like just like they were like everyone was like, oh my god, what, like is it the end, is it over? And yeah, I tried to purposely leave it very like very open-ended because I don't want people to know, but also like if people skip to the end, the very last title card says we should hang out more ...
Yeah, and speaking of, I have a surprise for you guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead and check the channel there.
Oh, for us.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I commissioned Smeggies to draw something up.
That's so good.
It's
For
really
us.
cute. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Wait.
No, she did an amazing job, and I apologize for how late I was on responding to her messages because I know she's probably listening.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, she like knocked it out of the park.
You fucking killed it. That's so sick.
She even got your signature jacket. It's really cute.
That is cute. And she got your signature fucking black shirt and gray pants.
Hey, look, I recently bought 2 more colors of the exact same pair of pants,
What?
okay?
Oh my god.
And one of the
So
buttons
funny.
popped off yesterday while I'm mid hikes. I'm really sad about that. I might have to send them a passive aggressive email on that one.
Yeah. That's
But
so
yeah,
funny.
I have so many more variations of my clothes now.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I would love to see it. Dude, it's
Now
so
you
funny.
can get more
Hanging out with
dark
Eric
colors.
really is just like hanging out with a video game character because I always know what he's gonna look like. He's got
He's
like
got
3
his
skins.
default skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got his default skin and like 2 variants.
And then
He's-
sometimes you get the premium cosmetics of like Klein's clothing or Paprika's clothing, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's my artist
Sims
friends.
character, except all of the outfits are the same.
Oh my god.
And you know, I rock it, so you know.
No, you're consistent. This is like a funny thought I had like a while ago, but like you know how there are like bathroom signs that are like live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
You know, so like not that recently, but you know, like I feel like a mantra that I've been hearing a lot has been like gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Have y'all heard that, right? Yeah.
Definitely
that's
heard
a
that
couple
one.
years old. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really old. It's really old, but I just had the thought like if we were to like you know the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse?
Uh-huh.
Like if each of us had to be one of gaslight, gatekeep, and girl boss. I think it actually fits pretty well.
Who's who?
Wait, you should guess. I know what you are, Luke.
Yeah, me, girl boss. Hold on.
Okay, let's do the easy. What is Eric?
Gaslight.
Oh my god, Eric's gaslight.
Really, I would have assumed that you were gaslight
Me?
and I would be gate.
No.
Wait,
No,
Eric?
never.
it's hard to have a conversation with Eric without him saying like, "No, you think this." Like Luke will be like, "I'm tired," and Eric will be like, "No, you're not."
Yeah.
I would never do that.
See?
Yeah, literally.
I'm the one getting gaslit right now.
I
I'm hating you all lies.
hate this.
It was just such an obvious fit. And then like I don't know how many times like on pod, Luke has just been like, I don't want to gatekeep or anything, but I do have something I want to complain about. These people are
man.
ruining XYZ.
Oh my god. Really? I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
You're like, I'm all for people doing whatever, but I think white people should stop watching sumo. Like, or something like that.
I've never said that.
You've never said that.
I don't know. You
but
said that
could.
straight to my face one day.
You're gaslighting me, bro. Come on.
No.
Oh my god.
I don't know. One day I just heard someone say it. I'm like, oh my god, these are my friends.
So you're saying you're a girl boss, Teva?
I'm obviously girl boss.
I feel like you can be a little bit gatekeep sometimes.
What?
Yeah, I agree.
Whoa. Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a treat.
Oh,
Yeah, what do you mean?
man.
I'm doing a PhD. How's that not girl boss?
You're
I'm-
gatekeeping scientific knowledge
Yeah.
with your credentials.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
true. And he was like, "Oh, don't take my thesis."
Don't take my thesis. What? I never said that. You want my thesis, Eric? I'll give it to you.
Okay, I'll defend it for you.
Defend it for me, please. I don't want to do it.
I'll defend it with my
Um,
damn life.
Dude, I feel like I'm always pushing us like, hey, we should record. Hey, we should hang out. I feel like I'm girl bossing it, you know?
So that begs the question then: what does girl boss mean to you, Teva?
Girl boss? Girl boss is it's a state of mind.
Ah, I see.
It's a way of
I'm-
life. It's a lifestyle choice.
I'm curious who everyone listening thinks we are.
Yeah, I'm curious what people who like know us will think.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, I just thought this was an interesting thought experiment because it made me think of you guys. Yeah, like
Now
I
what-
think in a way we're all girl boss in our own ways.
So
Don't just
who's the
lie.
most likely?
Yeah, who's the
Who's
most
the most likely to be gaslit?
Luke.
Me by proximity to you.
The amount of times I feel like I've heard a conversation between you two where Eric is like, do this, and like Luke is like, no, and then by the end of it, Luke's like, yes.
I literally
Alright.
thought SMH meant shitting my head because Eric told me it did.
Dude.
How many years did you run with that in your
It
head?
was-
That's
I was like, why is everyone shitting their head?
Dude, on the
God.
fucking the Tevin Friends finale app, when like Luke is like, I told you to watch this video, and Eric is like, yeah, I did. Like, after...
No, I knew you didn't.
It's like, no, you did. It's like, I did after 5 years. And it's just like, bro, that's not an okay amount of time to respond. You left him on red for 5 years.
Can't fucking believe it.
Yeah,
Man. No, but I
it's,
can. I can fucking
you
believe
can
it.
believe
And that's
it.
the worst part.
Bro, you're in a toxic relationship, bro.
it's
Can't
true.
believe it.
You're welcome. Love you.
Oh, God.
Love you.
So okay, who's most likely to be bossed then?
For what? Like in general, or like
Yeah, like who would like be girl bossed?
girl? What?
Who would be told what to do? Is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
All of us.
Is it submissive Teva?
Okay, well, don't call me that. Don't say it with my name. That's just
Is it submissive Teva?
Submissive Teva.
Oh my god,
Oh
dude.
god.
Okay, when they make the Teva and Friends or We Should Hang Out More trading card game, and it's like the variants of Teva, podcasting Teva, submissive Teva. God.
Good.
I feel like I am super happy to be told what to do and just do it.
Oh shit. Ooh. Ooh.
Bro, don't sound so excited about that. That was too much.
Okay.
Too much.
Teva, you can gatekeep me anytime.
Oh my god.
I'll allow you
Well,
this.
that's not what I do. I don't gatekeep. You could live your life. I say live and let live. You know, some of the time. But yeah, I
Most
don't
of the
know. I'm happy to be told what to do as long as the person telling me what to do is like competent and reasonable, and then I'll just do it. I love like having a task and then being like, I will do this task, like to the best of my ability.
I honestly I actually like that quite a bit. I
That's-
do just like
That's why we're both so submissive, Eric.
Yeah.
Look at that, Teva.
we are the S's.
We're the S's to
Uh,
Luke's M.
Uh
Wait, no, it's the other way around. Shit.
wait.
We're the S's
Clearly
to
we're
Luke's
very
D.
well versed in this.
Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Keep chugging. So yeah, what were you gonna say about vibing with what I was saying, Eric? Okay.
Sorry, I got too caught up in the S part.
Oh my god.
You know, that thought will come back later. At some point I'll be able to formulate my thoughts again.
I know you got a little
Hmm.
distracted. Well, what about
A little
gatekeeping?
distracted.
Like, do any of you felt like you've been gatekept before?
It's hard to say for me because I mentioned before, like I really just like listening to people like nerd out about things,
Mm.
and so
You
I
have
always
said that.
yeah. So it is fun for me to just listen to that, and I get very like into what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I never felt gate kept ever, right? Because I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
tell me everything, you know?
Eric is so funny. He is the most like I want to be alone in a cabin in the woods, and also I want to hear everything everyone else has to say.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a funny
I
dichotomy.
don't think I rarely ever feel like someone's like, oh, well, you wouldn't get it, you're like
Yeah,
shit
that's
like
fair.
that. It's because I don't have such good understanding of everything as well too.
You just
Maybe
you keep good
I'm the
company.
gatekeeper.
You are. We've established. Well, actually, you're the gaslighter. But you know what place I feel like I go to routinely that is like feels so gatekeepy?
Hmm.
The local game store.
No, any like Chinese restaurant.
Really?
Dude, I feel like if you don't speak Chinese, you're playing a different game mode.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
You
I
can
can attest to
if you
this.
speak a bit of Chinese, you're on easy mode. Like they're just like, "Oh yeah, we got you. Whatever you want, homie." Like I think I don't know if I've told this story on the pod. I probably have, but one
Where
time.
you were the kid genius who spoke Chinese.
Oh no, that's another story. But like this is back home. We have like our local restaurant like we always go to. Like you could call it our watering hole, whatever. It's like our classic go-to. We would go to all the time as a group in high school. And one time one of our friends, we'll call him Chips. He's like Chips is like walking into the place on his own, not with the group this time, sits down, and he's kind of like our de facto like leader because he speaks like very fluent Chinese. He's usually the one to talk to the waiters, whatever. And one of the waiters like that is like always there, like since high school, the same people have been working there, comes up to him and is like, "Hey man, I got to talk to you." And he's like, "Oh, what's up?" He's like, "Yeah, like you know that girl that like you're with? I saw her here with someone else." And he's like, "Who?" He's like, "Yeah, you're the girl you're with, your girlfriend, right?" And he's like, "Oh." Which, funnily enough, was Smeggy's. It's like, oh, Smeggy's. No, that's her boyfriend. Like they just thought because Chris was like the most dominant like Chinese speaker of all of us, he must have been the one dating like the one girl in the group.
Oh my god.
And then they homied him and we're like, bro, we got you. Like we saw her here with someone else. We just thought you should know. Like make your own decisions, man. We're here for you. And it's like, no, that was just her boyfriend, and we're all just friends. Like. It was so funny. So if you like speak fluent Chinese, I feel like you're like entering a different establishment at that point.
You're entering at like level 50.
Yeah.
Everyone else has to grind to get there.
Yeah, you speak like again, same place. Like we go with our friend who's sometimes vegetarian and he'll like have his order and he'll be like, "Yeah, can I get this with like no meat?" And they just look at him and they're like, "Oh, no meat? You sure?" What? They just literally every time we've been going there for like over 10 years, and every time they're like, "No meat? Okay." Like, yeah.
So it's weird, but you have to be confident. Like you have to have like actual fluency. Because if you only speak a little bit, they judge the shit out of you and then revert straight back to the classic. Like, all right, well, here's. Do you want number 25? Like,
Yeah, it's like easy, normal, difficult. You know,
yeah.
like it's like easy, normal, hard. Where if you speak fluently, it's easy. Speak a little, you get like maybe, actually, yeah, you get like normal. And if you don't speak anything, it's like hard mode in some establishments.
So, do we ever tell you? So when we went to Japan, one of our friends, what do you want to call him, Luke?
I don't know. You just say one of our friends.
One of our friends. He's half Japanese as well, but he doesn't speak pretty much a lick of it. But he kind of looks like he looks like mildly like Asian, right? But when we went to Japan, he made the very conscious effort to not even attempt to speak the language.
Dude.
So he would go into establishments and be like, "Oh, hi. Can I get a glass of water and the number 25?" Like he would just say it with the most American fucking accent possible.
He would just be
So,
like, "Hey, dude, can I have this?"
like
And
it
he would
was
point.
so funny. But he did it specifically so people wouldn't try to speak to him in like a different language at all. And honestly, I completely respect that. Like you leave it like to no question at all. Like there's no guesswork. It's like, all right, this motherfucker doesn't speak shit.
He had the least communication errors with Japanese speaking people out of everyone because he was not trying to speak Japanese.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
It
fair.
was really, really incredible to witness, honestly.
It's funny when I went with my friends too, because like I'm pretty like white passing. Like no one's looking at me and thinking like, oh, this guy speaks like fluent Japanese, right? So when I went with my friends, like at the checkout, they'd always just like tell me everything in English. I'd be like, great, perfect. And then some of my friends who are like Chinese or Asian, but like obviously from America, were there, and they'd try speaking to them in Japanese, and then there'd just be like extra confusion because they're like, like I don't want to be awkward, but like I don't know how to speak Japanese. So it's sometimes it's nice to just be straightforward and be like, bro, I speak nothing. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
got
not
nothing.
not me. One time when I was at the counter in one of the Lawsons, I think I tried saying "onegaishimasu." I got nervous and it said "Ohio gozaimasu" instead.
Dude.
Oh
I
boy.
wanted to die. Like I left and I realized what I said and I just wanted to curl up into a hole and die.
Dude, I did the same thing in like high school when I was in France, like
Uh,
where I was trying to like just speak it because like I was taking French class, and instead of saying like two, could I get 2 bottles of water? I said, could I get 2 boots of water? And the guy just like looked at me and was like, what? I was like, two boots of water, please.
Honestly, if you were in Germany, that would be kind of
Socially
a reasonable
acceptable.
request.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of
He
reasonable.
just looked at me like this fucking American ass, and then gave me 2 bottles of water.
It's hella funny, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I. This is where like I think it is really really cool to actually like pick up a second language. Like, do you think there's another language that you guys would want to really break into just to get more fluency in?
No.
Damn,
Really?
that was so cool.
Dude, I mean, I'm realizing I have so little time
Wow. Yeah.
in my life
Yeah.
to do anything.
Left. What?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like thinking realistically, I don't know. It's like not much time for me to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much time for you.
Goodbye.
You sound like you're gonna come to murder me.
The rest of us, we're good, but yeah, I get you.
I don't know.
It's been an
I
honor,
don't know,
Luke.
man.
Dude,
What?
it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
I miss him already.
I'll miss him so much.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I feel like it's so funny. We were just talking with some friends and like talking about the difference between like being like a 21-year-old and like being like in your like mid or even late 20s. And like the way you view time is just so different when you're like in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you don't have to commute.
You don't have to commute, you don't work like a 9 to 5, you don't like I don't know, it's just you have way more
You
time.
don't go to class, you don't do your homework.
Yeah.
A
you have
wave
so
of
much time.
sleepiness just hit me as you started saying 9 to 5 and commuting.
Oh
like
my
I
God.
just kind of slumped in my chair a little bit and just breathed
Dude.
very loudly.
You know how in spy movies there's like an activation sequence or something that like wakes the sleeper agent? We have the
Juliet,
opposite.
Romeo, commute.
Commute. We have the opposite. We say
Commute.
9 to 5 and like all
9
millennials just
to 5.
collectively slump over.
W2.
W2.
season.
Oh, tax season. Yeah. Oh no.
Job application.
And instead of turning some sort of sleeper killer, no, I just turned into the zombie drone that is
You're
me
not
working.
a sleeper agent, you're a sleepy agent.
Aw.
EP
Aw.
agent.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, can't wait for tomorrow.
Hmm.
What's
yeah.
tomorrow?
What? Yeah. What is
Work.
tomorrow? Oh.
Oh.
But yeah. So Luke, you would not want to learn a language because you think there's better things you could do with your time.
No, I'm just saying I don't have time. I'm also being a little silly. I think
Oh, you're just a silly little guy. I'm so
just a
silly.
little guy. I would love to learn other languages. I just straight up gaslit you guys.
Bro, you're really trying to break from your mold of the gatekeeper.
Yeah, no, please, not that.
Dude, is it bad that I think both you and Eric are gaslighting and gatekeeping?
I do it comedically. Eric does it seriously.
You do it ironically.
I can't even disagree with that.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, I know.
See?
I know.
Yeah, I'll own up to that one.
That's fair.
I don't know. I was talking to Kimmy and we're literally thinking like long term we might move to Japan, like long term. So
Oh shit.
maybe I would learn.
Bro.
Also want to
That's
get
sick.
close. It would be cool to get closer to my culture.
Yeah.
So Korean.
The Japanese culture.
Yeah, but then I was telling Kimmy like I just need to lock in. I need to like get my life together. Like not in a sad, depressing way, but like
Right.
if only I could organize my time in a way that's effective. And she's like, you've been saying that for a long time. I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
It's funny because I was gonna make that exact same point there, but I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, she's right, but it still hurt.
I think there could be some healthy cognitive reframing of I'm a person, I only have so much energy and I can only get so much done and I should try and get that much done and be content with it.
No, that's like where I'm coming from.
Oh, and you're
Mhm.
still not succeeding.
No. Like that's why I'm like, realistically, I think it would be very
Oh,
difficult, even though I would
yeah,
like to.
that's fair.
And that's why I'm saying like I have so little time because I
That makes
like
sense.
there's only so much time that I have to spend with like literally
Mm,
with Kimmy, like with my family,
yeah.
with all my friends that I care about. And it's like, yeah, I think there are priorities I have in my life, like making rent and eating food and sleeping enough
Wow, that
that,
is
make
God.
it hard for me to spend energy and time in other places that I
That
would like to be able to do it. So,
yeah, that's the human
yeah.
condition, all right.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's like super reasonable. I think it is like again, going back to being 21, it's like a very privileged and protected time for a lot of people where it's like you don't really have to worry about all those same things, on your plate. You don't get home from like work and then you're like, ah shit, I just want to relax, but I need to like make food for myself. Then I need
Yeah.
to clean up after I make food for myself. It's like, oh, where does the time go?
Hmm.
That no, that thought honestly stressed me out because at the moment, since I'm living with mom, by the
Yeah,
time I come home, she's already cooking. And I
dude,
think about from time to time, if there's ever not the case, I'm like, man, when I come home, I have to cook again. Oh god.
I mean, definitely. Like part of like why I love one, I'm on vacation, but like every time I'm back home, like yeah, my mom is like, "Oh, I'm so excited to like cook for you again." Like I'm so appreciative of that. And it's like, God, this is so nice because when I'm in Portland, I'm like, "Bro, you okay?"
I may have just stabbed myself with a staple.
No. Bro. What?
Don't worry about it. Continue.
Dude, have you should get evaluated, man. Like
You should get a tetanus shot.
you should get
It's
it
fine. It
done.
was a clean staple that I found on my keyboard.
Bro, do you
Oh.
think you have ADHD?
No.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. That's
Maybe you're the one who was
unfortunate.
HG. Focus on the subject you were
Focus on
talking
my
about, Chava.
story. Uh-huh.
Stop gaslighting him,
Stop
Eric.
gaslighting. Yeah, but like I get home from like work. Like one, I want to try and hit the gym because I want to like be in like not even like great shape. I just want to like be in a shape that's like not a blob.
I mean, you are. Oh, well, okay.
That's not a blob. Yeah, there we go. And so I like try to go to the gym after work, and then I come home and it's like, bro, I gotta cook. Ugh. And then I cook, and it's like, bro, it's so late. Like I have no time to do anything, or I have very little
Yeah.
time rather.
It's the thing that makes me the saddest is opening up YouTube and seeing my watch later playlist has 320 videos in it.
What?
Oh. You
Yeah.
actually use that?
Yeah.
I
See, maybe if you used that, you would have watched the video before 5 years passed.
I definitely walked into that one.
Dude.
Motherfucker, come on.
I
In fact, I opened the door for myself. Jeez.
It's funny because I occasionally use the watch later, but I realize I never click watch later. I never go on YouTube. I'm like, oh, what did I want to watch later, and click on it.
I was literally thinking of this like really dumb idea where I'll make like a Twitter account and it'll be my watch later playlist, and then my goal will be to work through the playlist before the end of the year, and every time I watch a video, I'll like tweet about it and whether or not I should have saved it to watch later.
Damn, that's a sick content idea.
Okay, I'll do it.
Damn,
Okay.
that's all it took. Positive reinforcement. Yeah, no, that's actually so cool. You should. It would be good motivation for you. I don't know, something about like I feel like everyone's shitting on Twitter nowadays. I feel like I go on the site like way less now.
I go on it more than I should, I think.
We all have
So
our
maybe
vices.
maybe if I reinvest that time into learning a language, I would actually.
Luke, I
Your
have no time. Also, Luke, I'm gonna watch all my watch later videos and tweet about them. Yeah.
I think it's probably the one I use the least, and the only reason I even open up is because I do get messages from Luke.
Dude, I feel so
I feel
bad.
like
Yeah.
you use Facebook more than you use Twitter, Eric, which is kind
That's
of
also not
wild
saying
to
too
say.
much. Wait, how do you use Facebook?
Every other day you're posting this day 11 years ago you posted this.
Oh, okay. In my defense, that's solely for the fact that I have Facebook on my phone and I open it to clear the notifications.
Wait, I actually think
You
those
can
are
just
so
turn
funny.
off notifications.
But it doesn't give me the
just
like. It doesn't give me the dopamine hit of clearing out the red little.
You have been conditioned.
Oh, totally. I'm a
Yeah.
slave to the modern age.
Okay, this is gonna be awkward, but I kind of gotta run, guys. I kind of gotta leave.
Mm.
What a
I need
coincidence!
to-
I also
I-
have the runs.
I need to go.
Well, it's been great catching up, and I do think like we should probably hang out more.
we should do this
I do.
again. I agree.
Yeah.
You know. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Well, we'll see you again. Hopefully, one day.
One day.
One day.
Peace.